Did you think the first time you saw Laila's works?
I was impressed primarily by her use of various material in her paintings. There's a great deal of gold leaf in her work which reflects light. I also like the symbolic nature of her work. She uses calligraphy as well as abstract form, but at the same time she will incorporate an eye or the form of the female face in the work. So there are recognizable elements in her works which tend to pull one in.
Let's talk specifically about some of the materials because I can see that there's gold leaf in the materials, and my perception after seeing the photos of the works versus now that I see them in person is very different.
It's there is texture in the work which you obviously do not see when you're looking at a flat image. When you see the work in person, you see that the paint actually raises up from the canvas itself. She uses charcoal as well as acrylic and various material that creates that texture in her work. But the primary focus, I find, is the reflective quality of the work. And the gold leaf is really quite unusual, and she uses it in a way that is really quite stunning. Again, it pulls one in and it reflects your own image.
Also the scale of the works. Let's talk a little bit about that. As we can see behind you, these are fairly significant size.
The size, I think, is very relevant to the nature of her statement. I feel that in a much smaller size, the work wouldn't have quite the impact that it does in the scale that you see it. Again, the size is reflective, I feel, of the human form as well. A smaller size, just again, it would not have the same effect whatsoever.
What are your thoughts on her personality and her mannerisms?
She's a very beautiful woman physically, but inwardly as well. Her spirit, I find, is one of a woman who has prevailed in her desire to achieve what she has achieved in a country, Mumbai, which is quite difficult for many women. So she has risen above the fold in bringing her quiet but forceful nature to a body of work. She's really persevered tremendously in order to achieve the kind of status that she has with her work. She's very much aware of issues surrounding women, not just in her country, but all over the world. And how difficult it is oftentimes for women to be recognized for whatever talent they bring to the world.